device called an Air Mouse. This comes in handy if you got your tablet hooked up to your TV and you figured that out, you got it all set up, it's playing back great. Only problem is if your TV is across the room and you're getting tired of getting up off the couch to make a selection, to pause it, to increase the volume, that sort of thing. So what makes life a little easier in that case is something called an Air Mouse. This is usually a two-piece thing, so it has a small dongle that's going to attach to your tablet, and then using just this mouse you've got directional buttons and a few other selections you can make, and just comfortably control your tablet from the comfort of your favorite chair or your couch. Let's have a look. Okay, here we have my tablet hooked up to a 32-inch TV, and I'm using the Air Mouse to scroll the screen or make a selection. Just clicked on AMC app, and it's launching that app. You see the cursor as I move my hand to the left, the cursor moved to the left. So basically, as you move your hand left or right, the cursor will scroll left or right or up and down. There's a button in the middle, an OK button, that if you just click and hold it, you can use it as if you were touching the screen and dragging, or if you just make a short depression of the OK button, it's like you touched or clicked on a icon or item on the screen. Some features on this mouse work pretty good, others not so much. There are some directional arrows surrounding the OK button. They work so-so. There's a home button and some additional buttons that don't seem to do anything. Here I've launched Netflix. And you can see the cursor there as my hand moves. The cursor on the screen is moving. I lower my hand, the cursor comes down to the bottom of the screen. And again, you can use the Air Mouse to scroll and make selections. Okay, Netflix is loaded now. I'm going to scroll to one category. So again, that's made by just pressing and holding the OK button while your cursor is in a suitable place on the screen. I haven't tested to see what the maximum distance is. But for making selections, this is one of the cheaper versions of an Air Mouse I've seen. And for making selections and some basic scrolling, it seems to do okay. I have another Air Mouse that I'll show you later on that seems to work much better, much more responsive. That's showing you the volume. There's some dedicated volume buttons at the top of the Air Mouse, and they work. That works real well. So probably for movie or video playback, where you're making just a minimum number of selections and you're controlling the volume of pausing or restarting a video, this will probably do the job for you. But again, it's not quite as responsive as another slightly more expensive Air Mouse. Here we're back on the home screen, made a selection, go back, it takes two AAA batteries, and there's a small button inside the battery compartment that once you plug the little receiver into your tablet, you have to press that button to get it to synchronize. And with my other Air Mouse, I think it's the Measy R12, there was no need to do any of that. You just plugged it in and it worked. So here I'm in an app called Beyond Pod, which is a podcast catcher, and I selected an audio podcast, so I'm going to go back out and select a video podcast. So you can see this will save you from having to get up off the couch if you've got several different things you want to watch. Or it's a cold winter day and you're under the covers and you don't want to get out. This works perfectly well for that.
From people you trust.
Like I said, although this Air Mouse doesn't work quite as efficiently as my other one, it is about 1/4 of the size, a third of the size as the other one, and I'll show you that a little later on.
19th, 2013. We're your weekly source for the latest news.
Okay, back to the home screen. And it's got a power button up the top. You see the light on to let you know that it is connected. If it wasn't connected, it would be flashing. Again, some of the directional arrows work okay, but not great. Here's the Air Mouse I was demoing today, the Fly Air Mouse. You can get it about $16. It's smaller, but not quite as responsive as the Measy RC12 wireless mouse. You can pick it up for about $26. It's just more responsive and more accurate. Your choice.